So I'm backstage at the biggest fashion event that Norwich has ever seen. We're just an hour or so away from the 6th Norwich Fashion Week, and nerves are starting to jangle, particularly mine, as I'm not just reporting on it, I'm also going to be modelling in it.
It brings together businesses, creatives. It really is highlighting the vibe of Norwich.
It's amazing, it just brings everybody together. I mean, Norwich is an amazing city and just showcases what we can offer.
From the Norwich lanes through to the big multinationals, Norwich has a bit of fashion for everyone.
We always had that vision that it would be a big city calendar event.
Coming up on tonight's show, I strut my stuff and join in with the glitz and glamour on opening night at the Mercedes-Benz of Norwich Retailers Show. It's time for a bit of education as I catch up with the Norfolk brands passing on their knowledge at Design and Enterprise Day. And can you redesign fashion in just 24 hours? Well, Norwich Fashion Jam are giving it a go with the help of Age UK. Before we go steaming ahead to take a look at this year's opening night, let's hear from director and Norwich Fashion Week chair about what 2016 had bustling under its bonnet.
This year there were 5 catwalk shows. We were based at Open, which became the home of Norwich Fashion Week 2016. We had the Mercedes-Benz Retailers Show, followed by the Dipple & Conway Hair Show, which was new for this year. We had the Vintage Show, the Designers Show. We also introduced a Design and Enterprise Day, which aims to educate about the heritage of fashion and textiles in Norwich. And then we finished the week with Fashion Excess.
So up first in Norwich Fashion Week 2016 is the Retailers Show, which means the Open here has been transformed into the perfect place to showcase the very best independent and high street retailers that Norwich have got to offer.
It encompassed independent boutiques in Norwich, and also the big high street brands such as John Lewis and Jarrold's and Marks and Spencer's. And it was a show that really brought together both parts of retail in Norwich, so you had the independents and high street stores. The bar was raised across the board at the launch show, and retailers really got what it takes to put together a collection rather than showcasing everything they've got in store. Probably one of the standout looks for me was Ginger, who showcased an all-white collection, and that really strong fashion look on the catwalk.
Launched in 1978 and bringing some of the best designer looks to Norwich and their loyal customers, Ginger definitely got everyone talking with their standout one colour collection.
This year we wanted to go for something a little bit edgy. We wanted to go out with a bang. So basically we've gone for quite a black swan look, which actually comes from the Fendi catwalk show for fall and winter. So it's quite a winged out black eye. Looks a bit kind of black swan, very intense, but amazing on the catwalk. Look 2 is a little bit more demure. It's like a smoky sort of brown eye with a nice red, sort of ruby red lip. And the third look is quite a strange look, which came from Prada, which is actually a gold lip, which we used a nice gold eyeshadow and pushed in a little bit of sequins, which is from one of the palettes. We also on the eyes used lip gloss, clear lip gloss on the eyelids, so quite sticky for the girls, and we used lots of highlighter. It's almost a bit futuristic, so quite edgy and quite fun and very different to what we've ever done for Fashion Week before.
course, I wasn't the only male model parading down the runway, so I decided to pop backstage and catch up with some of the competition. So I'm joined now by one of my fellow male models, Jack Black. This is your first year doing the retailer show. How have you found it so far?
Yeah, it's brilliant. I really enjoy it. I just used to do vintage show, but this year I'm doing this retailer show. I got my outfit ready for today.
So this one is your favourite one, isn't it?
Yes, it's one of my favourite ones.
Walking for Hatters, nice Burberry shirt.
Yeah, very nice flannel shirt, fits perfectly, and I've got same kind of leaving Burberry style jeans, slim ones, it's really fitting well as well. So I'm really enjoying it today.
What does it feel like walking out in front of all those people on that big stage?
Oh yeah, well, you kind of get your heart racing a little bit, but yeah, this is just a cool crowd and you kind of go for it.
John Lewis and Jarrell's have been a big part of it as the two anchor department stores, and then a whole collective mix. Some are brand new to the show. We like to mix different jewellers coming, just to keep it a little bit fresh every year. I think the mix has always been good from the beginning, and it's also for some of the smaller independents for them to really showcase what they can do.
We had 25 retailers involved. You got to see what was going to come into the shops in spring and summer, and loads of the looks that were on the catwalk are available to buy now. So unlike London Fashion Week, where you have to wait probably another season before they drip feed into shops, you can actually buy the looks that were on the catwalk.
You girls are still in your outfits. How was that for you girls?
Amazing, especially when you love the clothes as well.
Really exciting, yeah, great crowd, great atmosphere, really fun show.
It was my first time, so for me, I wasn't as scared as I thought I'd be, so I just loved it so much.
Get what I want for that sex.
Today at Norwich Fashion Week, two of the people that are probably getting the most attention backstage and on stage are Bill and Nigel. I'm not sure if it's because of their vice versa look between the hair and the beard, but these two guys are really sort of, getting the attention. The beard's extremely striking. We've cut it very blunt, we've fanned it out at the bottom just to really accentuate that. And with the hair on top becoming the narrower part of the head and the height, so it becomes a really striking look with his own trend and fashion, which, is such a strong, great look. And with Bill here, it's a little bit different. Obviously, he's got a lot shorter hairstyle, naturally, and it's been keeping it short, but the focus becomes very much on his tash. And just the way we've shaped that and that very clean-cut, clean image that he actually has. Being a little bit maturer, they just really stand out and look different compared to the younger guys that are strutting their stuff, but in a positive way.
Right, so come on then, it's my time to shine. I've got my brand new, borrowed £1,000 suit from Gerald's. I feel the part, I look the part. Let's do this. And there I am in all my swagger. Now I may make this look easy, ladies and gentlemen, but this is of course my third year walking these runways for Norwich Fashion Week, and I'm not the only one. Right, so you guys have just come off stage. Rob, you are, like me, one of the veterans of Norwich Fashion Week. It still gives you a real buzz, doesn't it, when you go out on there?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I wouldn't do it otherwise. That's pretty much the only reason why I do it, is because I love it, all the other models who do it, and the show's just great. It's just a wicked laugh.
What's your favourite outfit this year? Because say we're walking for 5 different brands this year, which is new for Norwich Fashion Week, isn't it?
It is. I think this year it's probably Elements. Like, I just love the tracking.
Is that what you're wearing right now?
No, it's not what I'm wearing right now, actually. No, it's a feeler. It's a feeler like onesie, but it just looks awesome.
Now, Damon, you were last year's winner of Norwich Fashion Week, the Face Off.
Yeah.
So this is your second year. What's it like coming back?
Yeah, quality. It's just a buzz to be out there on the runway in front of all the people.
What is your favourite outfit of this year's Fashion Week?
It's probably the galleons I'm wearing at the minute. It's a Harris tweed 3-piece. It's a cracking. It's a bit hot for the runway, but it's a cracking piece.
And in terms of Norwich Fashion Week as well, it's getting bigger each year, and you must see that. As of last year, that every show this year is at the Open, as opposed to everywhere. You're doing more shows, aren't you, this year as well?
Yeah, 100%. Last year I only did a couple. This year, unfortunately, doing them all. And we'll see what it comes.
Now, we know those guys certainly enjoyed the show, and I know I definitely felt the buzz too. But let's hear from some of those that were lucky enough to grab a seat in the audience.
Really loved it. Loved the music, loved the fashion. Nice little 70s vibe slipping in again, which happened last year too. So it's brilliant. Loved it.
I think it really allows people to get involved with what the shops have to offer, and being independent as well. I think that's really important to be able to get that across to Norwich and further afield. I know there are people here from Suffolk as well, so it's really good.
But this year's Norwich Fashion Week wasn't all about the latest high street ready-to-wear trends. Oh no. In fact, this next show was all about the opposite. New for 2016, Norwich Fashion Jam saw designers, sewers, stitches and fashion enthusiasts create, redesign and produce brand new pieces, all from donated charity shop clothes.
3, 2, 1.
Norwich Fashion Jam is a 24-hour fashion challenge starting at 6:30 p.m. on Friday evening, and our participants have basically got 24 hours to make catwalk collections from charity shop clothing stock. And all the stock has been donated by Age UK Norwich.
So our timer starts, and then they have exactly 24 hours to make their creations, and it has to be purely from the donated clothing from Age UK Norwich.
All entrants also have £25 to spend on the higher quality garments on offer, but they are allowed as many rags as they can grab.
I'm just going to go with the flow, and I honestly think it's something I will see it, I'll grab it, I'll think, right, what can I do with that? My first gut instinct, I'll go with that.
We already had the vintage show, which shows a lot of upcycled and vintage and second-hand fashion. So it's taking that to the next level really, and involving more charity shops in order to encompass the whole fashion.
It's very like a challenge on my favourite TV show, RuPaul's Drag Race, which they have to do sewing challenges like this, like Project Runway, and I just thought it's a really good challenge and it's fun and it's for charity. I'm working tomorrow, so it's a little less than 24 hours, but it's nothing I can't do. I'm excited.
Hopefully we'll be able to find something through the piles and stuff, and that'll kind of inspire us to produce something original.
We really see the value in teaching them about sustainability and trying to reduce the impact that a hobby or a career that they really want to be involved in can have on the environment. So teaching them about sustainability, reusing and just rethinking the way that they kind of see fashion and the way that it can be used is really important to us.
Year on year we want to introduce new elements of fashion, and there's loads of different elements of fashion and style in Norwich, so sustainable fashion and charity shop fashion is just one of those strands, so we wanted to bring that into the week.
All sort of came together over our love of charity shops, so we're kind of seeing if we can like fuel our love into like a good creative.
I think we're looking for quite like luxurious fabrics and kind of like something silky or velvety, because our name's Riches to Rags, so we're hoping to go the other way.
bit of Cinderella.
Take something nice and then just cut it up and stick it on something much less nice. Yeah. That's the plan.
As the entrants rummage among the rags and carefully choose their pickings, I'm left wondering just what they're going to concoct.
Some people are grabbing stuff and thinking, oh, I might just actually like restyle something, but some of the people we've talked to, oh my goodness, there's someone who's going to make a dress with fishtails out of socks.
Yeah.
So from the kind of, what you might call retail to the really kind of high-end avant-garde fashions, we're just looking forward to seeing it at the show on Monday evening at Norwich Castle. It's going to be such a great spectacle.
Well, unfortunately, that's it for part 1, but come back after the break and we'll be checking back in with our contestants and finding out if you really can define fashion in just 24 hours. And we head on down to Design and Enterprise Day to chat to the Norfolk brands making waves in the fashion world. We'll see you in 2.